Let's continue to grind. To shine. As the room fill up, be sure to smash, and I mean just that, smash upon the like button. Share this content and let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. On this topic is pretty much me following up from yesterday. If you was tuning in from yesterday, let me know. I had to leave early yesterday, but we still gave you guys some content. One day at a time, one movement at a time, brick by brick. You stack them together. Then you look back and you'll say, hey, this is what we got, right? Come on. Yup. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. All right, I'm going to try to give you guys a full episode this time around. I appreciate everybody for still watching. Although, it was 10, 15-minute long live stream yesterday, and we still got some content out to you all, and then we posted a few other things about what happened throughout the day, and I really appreciate you guys. We will have the final word today, and as well as I will be on JC Network show. They do a wonderful job over there in that space, and he's a new and up and coming YouTuber, and I love to see guys getting it out of the mud. And speaking of getting out of the mud, my guy, Boss Cowboys Sports, he also released his book today. And as promised, I will purchase 7 additional books for someone. So let me know by hitting me up in my Twitter, or if you have Instagram, all I would need is your email address. Make sure it's an accurate email address, and we'll select 7 guys from there to get Boss Cowboys Sports draft guide. Now, for those who don't know who Boss Cowboys Sports is, check him out. Just type in on your Googles Boss Cowboys Sports, and you should see his face, name, or logo there. And you should be able, hear me out, you should be able to see his content. It would be crazy if you don't know who he is by now. But click the link right here. I just posted it. That would be a good way to support Boss Cowboys Sports draft guide. And when you're talking about drafting, right, in general, it's always a 50-50 situation. Regardless of it, there's no shoe-in person coming out of the draft. We all can sit back and say, well, in the draft, this guy will be a Hall of Famer. This guy will be all-pro. This guy will be a bust, or this guy will suck, and these sorts of things. It's not listed on the player's profile. It's always the player that you probably overlooked, that you probably rejected. The stone that get rejected from the building becomes the chief cornerstone of the building. So, I love underdogs. I love being the person that climbs and crawl up out of the mud to get there. But around this season, everybody want to be right. Everybody want to walk out and say, these are the things that I've done. Look what I picked out. I'm so expertise in my particular reviewing and my analysis and my approach to this. No. The meek shall inherit the earth, right? Humility with dignity. All of those things play a major role, right? And when you start looking at these young people, as it relates to football in general, don't put a player in the box. Don't paint a person into a corner. You may not know their circumstances. You may not know their learning curve. You may not know their will, their desire. So once they get onto a team, they may not have to worry about school anymore. They may get away from some of the people that had negative influence on them, right? So I always look at it like this. When they come to the Cowboys program, they may be different. I'm not finna sit back and say, well, Michael Mayer, he gets here. Oh, my goodness, man, he's going to be horrible, man, based upon the last tight ends that was ever drafted, man. He's about to be trash, y'all. No. I'm not finna say that just because Bijan Robinson drops to the 26th spot, he's going to be a horrid, despicable running back because of the other running backs. No. It'll be a good thing for us. Even if the Cowboys draft Gibbs, it will be a great thing for us, right? Even if the Cowboys go out and pick up an Osiris Torrance, it'll be wonderful for us. Because you got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Cowboys done already solidified most of the things that they wanted to secure during the offseason. When you look back at what I've been saying for many a moons now, well, it's only been, how many moons been since the off-season kicked off? Well, for a short stay now with moons. I haven't counted all of the moons. But if you look at this roster, I pretty much asked you guys about how many games could we win with just this roster at face value, right? A lot of people can say, yeah, this is a 12-win team just with the roster that we have. This is a 13-win team just with the roster that we have. This is an undefeated team, just with the roster we have. So you got to look at it from those perspectives too. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is, right? So shout out to any of these young guys. And keep in mind, these guys are young. These guys are in their youth. And these guys have a chance and an opportunity to make unbelievable resources for their friends, family, or especially for their families and their legacy and generations and beyond. So that's how I view it. And, I could be 1,000,000% wrong, right? We scoffed at the ideology of Taco, right? But shoot, look what Taco did when he got here. He coined the phrase hot boys, right? We scoffed and got angry and upset about LVE, but hell, 2018 LVE, everybody was going around saying, look at the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys, right? Look at what he's doing as a rookie, right? And then the following years, he kind of, went down a little bit, right? But that is the luxury of the NFL draft. It's unique. It's beautiful. Sam Jordan says only 2 days into the draft. Hey, man, I can't wait. I can't wait for the draft. I can't wait for it because now people can stop being all almighty and now you have to go back and now you have to do your real homework and understand that, hey, this is what this guy can do within the confines of your particular system, your particular scheme. And when everything is laid upon you, this is what you should look like. But before we go further, let's talk about Jerry Jones right quick. He went over a few things, and of course, Jerry Jones, I believe that he was joking. He was joking at the presser. Let me pull up this right quick. Thank y'all. Appreciate you guys so much. That's my sound effects. That's my budget right there, y'all. Let's rewind. And it's only 10 seconds. Hold on.
Drafting's not our problem. Coaching is.
He's got to get everybody.
All right, so there's truth in every joke, right? Who agree or who disagree? There's a little truth in every joke. And when you start looking at this, we can all say to ourselves, it's good, it's cool when Jerry is able to do that. It's John Stephen Jones able to do it. But it will be a problem if the coach were to throw that back at Jerry, right? So there's a situation whereas in this good book, 48 Laws of Power, it said basically never outshine your master. Not saying that Jerry Jones is anyone's master, but he is in a position of leadership. He's in a position of, hey, when I write the check out, it's my name on it, right? And then you go take said check and you cash it, right? So he's in a position that he is higher than Mike McCarthy. And with all things, you got to have a little respect for those who are above you in a certain degree, because you don't want to go into the situation and do the inverse. Let me say this again. You don't want to go into the situation and do the inverse of it, right? So what Jerry has said is two ways we can look at it, two folds to the situation. He said that, hey, drafting is not the problem. Coaching is, right? He could have been talking about a previous situation, whereas they had Kellen Moore on the particular roster, right, or staff basically, and he was the quote unquote young offensive coordinator, right, for the Dallas Cowboys. Right, he was the young man, right? Before that stay, we had also in the building Jason Garrett, who truly believed that coaching matter. Who believe coaching matters? Let me know in the chat if you truly believe coaching matter, right? And if you were to say, all right, cool. If you look at it from these perspectives, if you had a situation and chance and scenario, let's say since 2007, since 2007, let's use it from that aspect of it, and let's say to 2019, if you had Bill Belichick, just talking about Bill Belichick, or Belichick, however you want to call it, do you believe within that stay, would there had at least been one Super Bowl appearance if you just change out the coaching? If you just pick up Bill Belichick and you call Robert Kraft or what have you, whoever's the owner over there in Patriots land, and say, hey, I tell you what, we will swap them. You know, we will give you Jason Garrett and we will take Bill Belichick. They still have Tom Brady. Between that time span, do you believe that Jason Garrett would have been able to take that Patriots organization and franchise to the Super Bowl and beyond? Do you believe that they would have been having the same success story juxtaposed to ours? So I truly believe. Now, somebody going to argue and say, well, hold on, Law, wait a minute. Look at what happened to the Patriots now, right? Look at what happened to the Patriots. They haven't been to the Super Bowl. But dog it, didn't they been to the playoffs? Playoffs? Yeah, playoffs. They've been to the playoffs. Even with the time frame of even Tom Brady leaving there. There it goes to show you. All right, we got super chats that we're going to have to read out from here. My guy Echoes, cue into Jay-Z music. Oh, can I get a Beijing? Oh, can I get a Michael Mayers? Oh, can I get a Zay Flowers? Oh, my goodness, man. All of those guys, they part of my top 5 crew right there. I appreciate you, Echoes. I will be doing, today is the 25th. I'm almost finished with it, and I will be giving you guys some of my analysis of top 5 stuff, you know. And basically, it's only surface level. We're not going to go deep into it, but it'll just be some quick analysis of my top 5. But, yeah, all 3 of those guys that you just mentioned will be in my top 5 as relates to their respective positions. Branday says JJ thinks he is doing an awesome job. Lean forward just a little bit, Jerry. Lean forward just a little bit. Now, this is going to hurt you a little bit. Let me.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Bill Parcells had billed us for a couple of Super Bowl runs. He did. Nope, not at all. Jason was just there, was not a coach. I agree. The man behind the curtains, Will McClay, has been for years. Yeah, he's been that for years. The only problem is with Will McClay, And he didn't. Jerry Jones, I don't even know if Jerry Jones know who Will McClay is. He called him Will Clay. I was like, who is Will Clay? He didn't put the Mick in front of Clay. Did y'all hear that earlier? But one thing I can tell y'all, not to be political, but I'm going to be a little political. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a little political. My guy, Jerry Jones, he at the same age as the commander-in-chief of these United States. I think that he's a little bit sharper than him. You know, he's way sharp. Matter of fact, let me stop saying a little bit. He's way sharper than Joe. You know what I'm saying? We call that dude Sleepy Joe. But my guy, Jerry Jones, he's wide and awake, man. You know, he's making his steps. He's moving around, you know. So whatever luxury plan that my guy, Jerry Jones, got, Joe need to wake up and catch up with the program over there. You know, that's all I'm saying. You know, let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. I think Jerry Jones can go up a flight of stairs and go down a flight of stairs multiple times without tripping and falling. You know, I just think that. And, hey, Facebook, don't come after me. Allegedly, okay? I used the word allegedly, you know. Come on, let's go with it. Let's get it, Cowboy Nation.
What do you think?
I guess everybody's kind of saying that. He's a little too high. They loved him. I think what he was kind of saying is we paid him all the money. It didn't work out quite well, so we had to move on. I think more interesting is, all right, now Cowboys, what do you do next? Do you go get another running back now that Ezekiel Elliott's gone, or do you go something like line or whatever the case may be? But I don't find that very interesting. I think we all kind of got the gist of the Ezekiel Elliott and Dallas Cowboys relationship.
I've heard running back for the Cowboys as a possibility. I've also heard tight end as a possibility, and I've heard offensive line. I've heard that's their 3 areas of focus. I think the running back conversation is really interesting because we just did a mock draft and Bijan Robinson fell to 24 in our little simulation. He might be on the board, a Texas legend. I also look at the New York Giants, and I don't think I'm breaking any news here. Saquon stuff is not going great. If Bijan or Jahmyr Gibbs on the board for the New York Giants, would they have the courage to say, you know what? We're not going to ever pay that big number that Zeke got. We're going to get out of it now. We're going to pay another running back rookie money and get one in the first round. It's really fascinating at the running back position right now.
This is revisionist.
No doubt, no doubt. So the aspect of the running back situation, you guys heard me say on my channel, man, give me Gibbs. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs, and we'll worry about other things later down the line if he's there at the 26th spot. Just give me Gibbs. I get it. A lot of people will have their reservations and say, hey, the dude, man, he's small. He can't block. He kept Bryce Young, who's going to be probably the number 1 quarterback gone in this draft, or a top 5 quarterback that's going to be gone. He kept him up right at Alabama, and he put his nose down inside. You will see clear tape that Gibbs is not afraid to block to keep his quarterback upright. And we're not asking, here's the craziest thing of it all. We're not asking Jahmyr Gibbs to be a blocker, right? To be the end-all, be-all. We just asking him, hey, split the worships, split the carries, right? Hey, when you running the ball, what you need to be blocking for the ball, bro? You know what I'm saying? We just need to utilize the weapon. That's just what he would be, a specialized weapon. Now, I'm not going to be one of these people to paint myself into a corner because I don't really necessarily like the versus battles, right? I don't like that lane and that alleyway. But what I like to say from here in these aspects of it is, hey, if you're saying that drafting is not a problem, coaches may be the situation and scenario, then you can't come up with a scheme to utilize and use your running back in the backfield to create things, to create the mixed match. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Jerry Jones is 96 years old. You gave Paul the job. Look, we're gonna circle back and we're going to talk more about Jerry. But it's all about utilizing your resources and figuring them out. The world is designed to tell you that you are not enough. The world is designed to say, hey, you would never become. And if you listening to the people, and if you listening to what the world will have to say about you, it will chew you up and spit you out. You will feel like, hey, I'm not adequate enough. But when you start to understand and get deep rooted in who what you can do, whatever it is, your purpose will outshine anyone's thoughts of you, right? Your purpose will solidify itself. But you got to walk in your own purpose. You got to figure out things for yourself. You got to read and uncover the true meaning of who you are. Before you read anything else, read yourself. Do self-inventory. Look, a guy that we've been all talking about this weekend, Tank Davis, 5'5", 135 pounds. There's somebody right now that's bigger than Tank. There's a whole lot taller than Tank right now, and they will feel like they don't have a chance nor a situation to be a boxer or to be a running back or to be a wide receiver, right? Because the world will say, they will give you the limitations, right? The world will beat you up and say, hey, you was held back in the 3rd grade or the 4th grade, or hey, you had a 500 credit score, or hey, you are without your mother, you without your father. You supposed to be what's on the bottom of most people's feet. And then you start to listen in to what the world say. But the mind says, hey, continue to grind, continue to push forward, continue to move all of those things out of your psyche and know that, hey, the buck will not stop there from their words, but it will continue to live forever. Because I know for sure my mind can tell me that I can go, I can continue. Look at Tank, man, pound for pound, one of the best fighters out there, you know. The world will say that. Yeah, Rolando. Yeah, the world will say you can barely read. You can barely write. You don't supposed to do here. You don't supposed to be that. The world will say by the guy by the name of Moses, you short, you stubby, you was born into slavery. You should stay into slavery. And the world will doubt you, right? But when there is a situation that man try to destroy things that they, this is the crazy thing, man can't destroy things that they didn't create. Oh my goodness, man. I can go on for hours and talk about this. Man can't destroy things that they didn't create. So even when you see something that's not qualified, the creator can make the unqualified qualified. Hey, I'm short and stubby. I stutter when I speak. Who made your mouth? Now go do my work, you know. Now go up there and talk to the people. Go up there and do those things. You're going to knock them out in the 6th round or the 7th round, you know. But you got to first reformat your mind. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. That's the reality of it, baby. Let's go.
To me, Ezekiel Elliott was a great draft pick.
Yeah.
He was a terrible extension.
Yes.
So he was an incredibly productive number 4 overall pick. I don't mind the pick at all. It's the extension that came back to bite him. So listen, that's the new reality we've all landed on, I think collectively as a show. Go ahead and spend that 1st round pick on the running back, but 3 years from now or 2 years from now, don't give him this crazy extension because he's just had 1,600 carries in 2 seasons. So when you look at the draft, I think it's coming back around a little bit, and I think people look at Bijan as the term that follows him everywhere is generational. Yeah. I think he's going to go higher than he did in our mock draft. I honestly, I know everybody likes the Eagles pick. I don't know. I think he's going to be like a top 15 guy. I really do. I think people like him that much.
Well, the question becomes, because the Cowboys have now made changes in terms of offensive play caller in the offseason without Kellen Moore, does their offense go more towards airing it out, and do they need that guy, or do you just pick up somebody in the 2nd or 3rd round and rely on him that way?
Well, that's what's interesting. Tony Pollard obviously will be back. He's coming off of an injury, and you let Ezekiel Elliott go. So do you just pick somebody up late, or do you say, hey, we want to run the ball and we want to stick to it, so we're going to need a back to go alongside Tony Pollard, especially coming off an injury. I also want to see if Ezekiel Elliott ends up anywhere. Does somebody need?
Right. So the book on Ezekiel Elliott is not ended yet. He still probably have plenty of opportunities after the draft. Teams are sitting back waiting now, right? It'll make no sense to go ahead and pick up Ezekiel Elliott 2 days before the draft. So they are waiting to see who they can and can't get or what have you out of the draft. And let me see if I can give y'all a sneak peek of my top 5 as it relates to those running backs, because the Dallas Cowboys will have an option to get one of these guys, or one of these guys will fall right into their laps. Here it is right here. And it's not completed yet, but it's just my top 5. And then, of course, you guys can see from that list, I do have Bijan Robinson there as the number 1 guy. You see him at the vertically. I got you on the vertical pole. You the number 1 guy, right? But the guy that got 1 on his chest, y'all already know, that's Gibbs. And I truly believe on a system, if he can fit there within the Cowboys, shoot, that would be great for us. I got Zach Charbonnet. I really like what he brings to the table, and I can literally tell y'all right now, Charbonnet will be one of the most complete backs outside of Bijan Robinson coming out of the draft that we can all sit back and say, man, that dude is amazing. I got McIntosh over there. I think that he can do similar things to what my guy Tony can do, and he's a weapon. He's a guy that's got that subtle speed, catch out of the backfield, run in between the splits as well, not afraid. And then I got Izzy. You know, every time I try to say the man's last name, I kind of butcher it. But it's Albana Kande. Albana Kande can be one of those guys that can be sneakily good. And if he's my top 5 out of this list, yes. You know, and there are other guys, A-Chain, Tajay Spears. There's multiple guys that you can bring onto this team that you will never ask to be the end-all, be-all, but you can sit back and say, all right, cool. Within the confines of the system, they will work for us. They will really work for us. Yes, indeed. So I love that aspect out of it, and we can explain how these guys will be beneficial. Robinson says 135. Shout out to you for your support and your love and adulations, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. 135 can hit like 300 pounds. Dynamite comes in small packages. It ain't the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. Right. Ooh, I love it. Oh, I love it, man. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Cody says, no, Miller, come on, Lord. Well, Miller, he's up there, but he's not top 5, right? So I just look at it like that. But I appreciate you. And to be fair to Izzy, the man is only 20 years old. Izzy is super young. So not a lot of wear and tear on a young body, so you can get so much out of that. But I feel what you're saying. So I do look at all of that. Appreciate you, man, so much. Miller is a 3rd or 4th guy. Yeah, 3rd or 4th round guy. So it very much so may be the best running back out of this draft, may be Keaton Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? It may be Deuce Vaughn. It's going to be someone that we haven't even paid a lot of attention to. And then all of a sudden we'll look around and say, God, dog. Yeah, he was high on my board. Yeah, I wanted us to get him. God, dog, man. What happened, man? God, how can we pass up on that dude? Oh, my goodness, man. Yes, indeed. And it happens. That's just how it is. Every year there's someone that you overlook or you overanalyze or you underanalyze, and all of a sudden, boom, there's this guy. Oh, how in the world did we pass up on Zach Charbonnet? Oh, my goodness, man. He's phenomenal. Oh, he's excellent. He's wonderful for the situation. And that's just how the draft is. So my thing is, don't overanalyze. Look at it from the aspect that we don't need a lot of starters, by the way. Even on this team like Ripley's, believe it or not. You don't need a lot of starters. Teams that need a lot of starters coming out of the draft are 9 times out of 10 teams that's horrid. They're not coming off of 12-5 seasons. They are pretty much 3 and whatever, only won 4 games or only won 5 games. So that's just the reality of it, ladies and gentlemen. But the draft always have that lot of energy feeling And then you feel like, oh, because you had a good draft or a great draft, going to the Super Bowl. The expectation's always different, too. Just watch. Cowboys, by the end of next week, I would say pretty much, depending on how the draft falls and flows, they'll have these crazy grades. Day one, oh, the Cowboys get a D, or the Cowboys get a C, or the Cowboys get an A out of the draft, etc. 9 times out of 10, what they like to do is give us bad grades in the draft, right? And then 2 years later, oh, man, that doggone draft was good. You know, that's how they do us. And a lot of you guys buy into the smoke and mirrors of that. But here's what happened. I kid you guys not. The Dallas Cowboys and these drafts or what have you will still be talked about. The 26th pick out of this draft, whoever the Cowboys go and draft, will be talked about more than the first pick out of this draft, the second pick out of this draft, or whoever the 10th pick. They're going to be talking about the 26th pick more than anybody else. There will still be expectations for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl. And I'm waiting because everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, is going to touch a little bit on the Jets. They're wearing their green and white all over the ESPN, the NFL Network, nah. But when the season kick off, it's going to convert and still the expectations will be higher for the Cowboys juxtaposed to the Jets. And on top of that, just like I said last year, all of those people saying that the Denver Broncos, even I had some people, some Bronco country people, let's ride and all of that stuff. They was jumping over here. They talked for a few days. And where are they now? All of the Bronco people that was saying pretty much that that's all they needed was one pick, Russell Wilson. Look, you can't find a Bronco. You can't find one. And watch, very much so, it's going to be the same thing that's going to happen with the Jets. And I said it last season, and I'm going to say it again. Last season, I said the Broncos better be in the Super Bowl. But look how the national media just let them off the hook. They're not talking negative about the Broncos. But they talked all positive about the Broncos last season around this time, you know. But look at them. On top of that, our team, regardless of what happened, Super Bowl or bust, doesn't matter if the quarterback broke his thumb. Nobody even include that into the equation. Nobody. Robinson says, build up the O-line. Get Shifty, one cut back in the third or the fourth round. Izzy, Deuce, or Kendrick. Miller time. All of those boys. I like all of those boys that you just said. I love them, man. Like them. You know, I ain't going to go into the aspect of loving them. But, Charbonnet remind you of Ryan Matthews. Okay. Can't find a Bronco yet. You know what I'm saying? It's so true, right? They can bring the Bronco back, you know, the OJ Mobile, and you can't catch it. You can't catch it, you know, because it's gone. That's just what it is. But we are to be under the hot spotlight, right? They're going to talk about us, right? They're gonna sell it. They're going to denigrate us, and that's just what they do. And that's just what it is. Gibbs or Buzz, this is for my guy, Dan. Hey, appreciate you, Fab. Thank you for tuning in. No doubt, man. Let's go with this one right here. Shout out to Good Morning Football. I think that was the last of it. Let me see if that was.
Need a power back, a veteran to come in the room. Still on the street.
And I think Jerry had it right. They drafted him in the top 5. You got Kyle to your point. He was too high for them now, though.
Yeah.
You can't pay him $16 million anymore, and it was just time to go. But to your point, Zeke might have some good football. That'd be a cool second chapter in Ezekiel Elliott's career if he came back to haunt the Cowboys.
It would be interesting the kind of money Ezekiel Elliott would draw because he knows what he has earned, but where the market is going for the running back position. That was our Cowboys conversation for the day.
Yeah. So here's what the market may present to Ezekiel Elliott. And he declined to talk more on this, and I feel him. You know, he shouldn't have to explain himself. The NFL gilded the man anyhow, right? They chopped him off in 2017, having that man be suspended for 6 games, and crazy folks would try to make the justifications of it and these sorts of things. But just sad how the NFL ruined that man's stay with the Cowboys on the first wave. They ruined him. Zeke never looked the same since then, right? I mean, God dog, if you just look at 2016 pictures and look at 17 pictures, man, you know, the man was going through so much stuff, man, and I get it. A third of you guys would say, nah, that's just life. No, man. Zeke at the time, I believe, was one of the youngest players in the National Football League. And 6 games being, and you know, running backs age like bananas on top of the refrigerator. And the NFL did everything in their power to strip away the Cowboys. And it's crazy. It's crazy. That year also the Eagles won a Super Bowl. You know, 17 was a terrible year for Cowboy fans collectively. Collectively, when you look at all of the rigmarole. And we still finished 9-7. Still finish out 9-7. And I can tell you guys, I can flat out tell you guys straight up, with Zeke, I think you're at least a +4 win. Yes, playoffs. It's only take one game in the playoffs to get you that spark, that fire. And everything else could rock and roll from there. Sadiq says, Law, please look at your Twitter. What's going on with my Twitter before I go there? Is everything okay? Is the world going okay? Let me go to my Twitter. Yep. Normally I don't deviate, but we're there on Twitter. What's going on? Shout out to my guy, Boss Cowboys Sports. Be sure to check that out. What you mean about that, Sadiq? What you mean? Before we go a little bit further into this conversation, well, into this football. Yep. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. And keep in mind, all you got to do, because I'm giving out 7 when you get a chance. I jumped to Twitter, like give me some context. Are you saying inside the DM or what have you? What are you meaning? You know, but here's what we got from here. Appreciate you, Sadiq. All right, so here we go.
Trade up. Could they possibly trade up? Bijan.
Here we go right here.
The Dallas Cowboys currently are 27th in the draft order, right behind the Giants.
Yeah, it means we had a great season.
Will they trade up? Could they possibly trade up? Bijan Robinson, when the mock drafts first started, few had him falling to the Cowboys, 27. That's not happening. Now that we've hit draft week.
Sad but true.
Will the Cowboys trade up? Will they trade up? Here they are.
You can read all the mock drafts. You can see all the things that maybe were officially polled quietly by other general managers, but you'll never know till you're there. You can make a quick decision if we say, hey, here's an opportunity, and oh, by the way, it's a guy we had quite a bit higher than where he's fallen to now. It might be worth considering giving up something.
Well, I made one on Manziel a few years ago, and that didn't go so well. That right there. So.
You know, when we're 6, 7, 8 picks out, and, you know, we always ask the question, what would it take to go up and get him? Does it take your bottom of the second round pick to go get him? And, you know, 9 times out of 10, we'll have that conversation.
You said what it would take. What it would take to get Bijan Robinson. He said, would it take giving up your bottom of your second round draft pick? Now, in today's, we do have the 26, not the 27. You see, most people that follow the Cowboys understand, right? You know, so they let you know that from there, you know, shout out to him, you know, Rich Eisen, you know, he ain't closely connected to the Cowboys, but I feel you on that. Here's my truth with will it take? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because now we can start talking about ideals of with that pick, with the 26th pick, you can get, dare I say, let's say Darnell Wright is there, right? Let's say hypotheticals, right? That will solidify your offensive line. That will secure most of the things that you have with your O-line, right? And then with the what we got, the 58 pick, let's say, Hypo, that you can get your running back like Charbonnet right there. Will that tickle your fancy, right? Now, granted, a lot of people say, nah, I'm out, man. I'd rather have Bijan, and then with the 90th pick, we can get somebody else. But I'd rather have a Bijan Robinson juxtaposed to those two options there that you have. And granted, Bijan may be that guy that can heal all, right? But the reality of it is that the Cowboys, we don't need a lot of doggone starters. So maybe it will work by that principle that we got everything in place. You will have, dare I say, Bijan for 5 years, right? And then you learn from your mistakes. After his contract is up, his rookie's contract, you start to make sure that right before it's time to move on from, you start fielding trade options, right? You start letting people know that, hey, we shopping Robinson. You don't want to play it out like you did the previous time, right? If you want to hold on to that money per se, right? That's just how it goes from there. Ryan Montagna says, Toya says, Buckner with the 26th pick. Now that would be something remarkable. Yes, indeed. I would love that. Damn. I would take that one. I would. Let's go. Let me see. I had one troll in here. It says Eagles for life says regress Scott. Can you imagine being an Eagle fan? You see, I was leaving y'all alone. And you got draft week coming up, and you go over here crying about Dak Prescott. You know, he regressed, Law. He regressed. He sucked. He's terrible, Law. He ain't it, Law, from an Eagles fan, right? And the craziest thing of it all, that the last time the Eagles beat the dude that they said regressed was back in 2019, and he had a hurt shoulder. So you mean to tell me that the dude that regressed on you all, I can't make this stuff up. Y'all celebrate someone else's success, right? You're not celebrating your success on Dak Prescott, right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like that you take the woman out to date. You know what I'm saying? You buy all of the boxed wine or the fancy wine because I know you're a high roller Eagles for life. You know, you wine and dine, or, you know, and all of that good stuff. But when it's time to go home, and when it's time for you to do the good stuff, you got to check out and let somebody else get in, you know? I can't make this stuff up. The logical reasonings over there from the Eagles Nation, if there's ever such a thing. You know, they try to believe that 1 out of 4 Super Bowls is greater than 5 because they won it lately. You know what I'm saying? Since 2017. And they trying to paint the picture that going to the Super Bowl just last year and losing is something noble that you want to put a pen and you want to put it on your chest. But I come here to tell you, you know, that Rex Grossman, he took his team to the Super Bowl, right? They was 13-3, right? Right. And he threw for 23 touchdowns and 3,000 yards. Oh, let me see. Jalen Hurts did the same thing. So what, you want a cookie for going all the way there and letting someone else beat it up? You know what I mean? I can't make this stuff up. But fly, Eagles, fly to the land of no victory. I can't make this stuff up, man. So shout out to you. And let Dak Prescott regress and still put up 40. He put up 40 points on the Philadelphia Eagles with a regression. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine if he wasn't regressed he would have put up 60, huh? Eagles for life, would he put up 60? So 60 to 40, maybe he is regressing a little bit. I can't make this stuff up, man. He gonna cry when he get in the car. Get that bird. Get him up out of here, y'all.
So, drafting's not our problem. Coaching is.
He's got to get everybody.
That's a walk-off line with Mike McCarthy sitting there.
I didn't even know.
Oh, my God. Dope says 3rd and 30. Regress Scott drops back. I can't make this stuff up, man. Look, 3rd and 30. A regress Prescott drops back with pressure in the face with one of the best defensive front the NFL ever seen, according to Bird Gang and everybody else, Eagles for life. He drops back and he connects with a guy that's 33 years of age, right? Can you imagine how he's going to be connecting the dots with someone that's younger and faster now? So he was able to do that when he had a 33-year-old guy by the name of T.Y. Hilton. You know what I'm saying? The man, Jesus Christ, age 33, he had to drop back, and he looked left, he looked right, and he regressed, got it all the way to the top of the route, and he was able to pull it out of the sky. I can't make this stuff out, man. Yes, indeed. Hey, he's 8-3 versus the Cowboys. No doubt, man, but we appreciate you, man. We thank you, man. Riggs, I can't make this stuff up, Riggs.
Mike McCarthy was awake.
Well, come on. That's a press conference where we chose sound bites that the Joneses were talking.
I know, but look alive, Mike. You're just sitting there like...
Yeah, he doesn't look. Me and Brockman were like...
look alive.
He didn't want to be there.
Look like a human being who's with
Coach
it.
has a lot of stuff going on. He didn't want to be there anyway. There was no need for him to even be there when Jerry's got
It's
the mic.
remarkable that he's there at all after he was hired to tell the Joneses, I've watched every snap of your team from the last year, and then once he's hired, admitting he didn't.
I mean, how many of us haven't
that
embellished a little bit on the resume? I mean, come on.
Regardless of how they try to put it together, 12-5 is Mike McCarthy's situation. I get it. If we all gonna give this man a mulligan for the 2020 season, then we got to acknowledge 12-5. And if the Eagles fans or any fan want to say, hey, man, y'all celebrating that? We do that all the time, But the reality of it is that even if other organizations do it all the time and they still don't have more than 5, that tells me that whatever you may think that you're celebrating is really not a celebratory, hey, man, movement. Because the name of the game, even with the law of averages, is to get to the playoffs and do something with it. Right? So even in the last 28 years, I think what is overall 5 times or something like that, 4 times we don't won a playoff game. That's very minute. That's very minimal. That's terrible analysis, right? But if anybody done got there more than double-digit times for your mind, and they don't have the, let's say, the results of at least 3 or 4, then they need to hush. They need to hush. Because the name of the game is winning the Super Bowl. The playoffs, yeah, that's good. But what are you doing when you get beyond the play? Look, playoff success supposed to breed Super Bowl success. Because that's the law of averages. The more you in the playoffs, the more possibilities and the chances and the situations and scenario that you're supposed to have the results for the Super Bowl. So it's a weird flex when people say, hey, man, we've been to the playoff 14 times, 20 times. Look, what's your results? Right? What's your results? So you just as bad as us. You just as bad as us. We just lost earlier than you. You know, we passed out before you did. You know what I'm saying? We're literally, Ricky! Wrong drop, but it's supposed to be the shot. You know what I'm saying? Where that shot button there? Ricky! So that's a weird flex. Now, here's the truths of it all. Now, granted, we do hold ourselves to a certain standard around here, right? We really want to win a Super Bowl. We really do. And if you can hold up a 1995 Super Bowl, the trophy itself, and you can hold up a 2022 Super Bowl trophy, them jokers look just the same. You can blow a little stuff off of it, but it's still the same trophy. The design the same, I believe. It don't look different. But I've been telling my brother the same thing. He's just as miserable as I am right now. You know what I'm saying? But we still have hope. My brother is a diehard Niner fan, right? He's been on a longer drought than us. If it's 28 years for us, it's 29 for him, right? So his drought is even longer. They done made it all the way to the top and they fell off. You know what I'm saying? Multiple times, I believe 3 times or 2 times, something like that. And trust me, it's not a good feeling to get all the way there and fall out. It ain't nothing to flex on. And that's why it's strange to me hearing and seeing Eagles fans flexing on it. My brother would not even, have you noticed Twin Maker? When he come over here, and they got 5 rings, just like we do. We finna have 6, though. But they got 5 of them. And he don't ever talk about, hey, man, at least, man, I done made it to the Super Bowl. And 41ers, yeah. You don't even hear them crying about it, right? You don't hear them talking about what happened to them versus the Ravens. You can't even have the conversation, you know. He don't even talk about it, you know what I'm saying? He don't even mention, hey, man, it's because the lights went out, you know what I'm saying? And we try to make that comeback, you know, just couldn't keep it, you know. Or Jimmy Garoppolo had my guy Emmanuel Sanders, you know, Dallas kid, you know, wide open. He drops back, and Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't find or hit water if he fell off a boat. He couldn't hit him. All he had to do was lead him. They would have been 6-time Super Bowl champs, the doggone 49ers. But good old Jimmy became Jimmy, right? Let's go.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
We've all twisted a little
Don't
bit.
go after Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, you leave my coach alone, Brockman. Just because you don't like your coach, all right? You leave
How
mine
about
alone.
Jerry? How about Jerry? What if Stephen and the rest of the organization didn't tell him back in the day, we're not taking Manziel. We're not taking him. We're not trading up to go get him. What about Jerry just flat out?
Jerry wanted Johnny so bad.
Almost as bad as Skip Bayless in that video that's went viral. How wrong can one man possibly be in the same video where another man is so right? Merrill Hodge, how about that one?
Yeah, if you've never seen that video, look it up.
Well, at any rate. Well, what if you want to talk about a sliding door and how different organizations would be?
Yeah.
Because if he couldn't handle Cleveland, can you imagine if the star was on the side of his helmet?
Maybe it would have worked out.
Maybe.
Yeah, you never know, man. You just never know. Johnny Manziel in the Cowboys uniform. I don't know what that would have looked like. We don't know. But Zach Martin was the pick, right? Zach Martin was the pick, right? Was it Travis Frederick? It had to be Zach, right? I think we made the right choice. But the results are still the same. We haven't won a Super Bowl with Johnny Manziel or without him, Johnny Manziel. So with Zach Martin or without a Zach Martin, right? So we don't know. It just how the doggone – what was this movie? What was this movie that I've seen that had this paradox was it Flash? Like you change one little thing in the past and then all of a sudden the whole universe collides and goes somewhere else, right? I think the Flashpoint, now Superman is a woman, a whole bunch of crazy stuff happened, right? We don't know. It's the unknown. I think that the movie that got it better was the Butterfly Effect,
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Yeah, the Butterfly Effect, man. Movie came out many moons ago. This dude had the ability to jump back into the past and change some few things. He just changed a few things, mess up the whole world. Whole bunch of things that you thought that would be good, all of a sudden it just go crazy. That's a real good movie. Part 1. I don't know about the other Butterfly Effect, but yeah. I think that they did the best job on it versus Doctor Strange. I like Doctor Strange. I haven't seen the last one when they had Jonathan Majors and all of that. I haven't seen that one. Y'all let me know if it's worth my time to get it or what have you. But I can tell you guys that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's just the...
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
Yes, indeed. Flashpoint. Now, Flashpoint, Paradox. I do on HBO. If you got HBO, they got the cartoon. That one, they go hard. That cartoon go hard. You know what I'm saying? I like the cartoon version, but I can't wait for the TV movie to come out and what have you, and I'm going to watch that one and give you guys my analysis on that one. But I can tell you, man, we don't know if you go back and change a few things, man. You just don't know. Maybe we could have had our 3 Super Bowls more if we'd have drafted Randy Moss, right? Maybe that could have been a situation for us, right? Or maybe we would have went on even more of a run if we were to allow my guy Tim Brown in the early 90s, right, to come over here and say, Michael Irvin, man, hey, hush, we finna be unstoppable, Mike. We finna be. Lost in Translations podcast. Law, you need to watch What If. All right. Let me know which series it's on, man. Is it Netflix? Is it Hulu? Shout out to Hulu and Prime, man. Shout out to Prime. And let me know which series it Randy never got one too. Yeah, so it would have been the world would have opened up and Randy would have got him a Super Bowl ring. It's on Marvel. What If? Okay, I'm going to check it out, Yarbert. All right, so what I like to do now is let's see if we can play this right quick. Shout out to my guy, Cowboys Cast, man. He does a great job. He talked about he kind of made a little quick excerpt on it. Shout out to him. Let me help a man out over here. Make sure y'all follow him on IG. Here's his page right here. I'm going to play this audio since he got it all chopped up for me. And this is about the conversational piece about tight end. Listen to what Big Mike had to say.
What would it take for you to take a tight end first run in terms of what are you looking for a tight end to add on offense at this point?
There's really 3 primary positions that they play, and then obviously the fourth would be on fourth down. I mean, some call it the traditional wide, position where they're playing next to the tackle on the line of scrimmage. Their ability to be a movement player, whether it's moving in the backfield or moving along the line of scrimmage, doing some heavy lifting, and then being able to play in the third component of being displaced as a receiver. So I mean, obviously, it's just like anything. When you develop a system of offense, defense, and special teams, it's our responsibility as coaches to make sure our boundaries have the ability to take advantage of any quality player that fits a physical profile of how we want to look as a football team. So, and that's no different, at any position. So, I mean, it's at the tight end position, obviously versatility, because, I mean, as many 6'4", 250-pound men that can play on 4 downs, I don't think you can have enough of that body type on your team.
What would it
So basically, he was talking about body type and he was talking about mismatches and he's talking about principles too. And when you have principles already in place, you just now need to figure out who can drive my principles home. And the Cowboys are in a situation whereas we hear a lot from people say we don't need, and we got to contextualize what's need versus want. BPA, is this the best position to group? If this guy is, let's say, and I'm using Michael Mayer as a example here, at this spot on your team, if he is the best player available for that spot, for that position at tight end, I'm not campaigning for him. But if the Cowboys banging on the table and say, okay, we're not passing up on him, it could be a lot of smoke and mirrors. But if they say to themselves that they're not passing up on him, and you have, let's say, for example, I'm going to use Will McDonald. You got Will McDonald there, juxtaposed to Michael Mayer, right? And we can all look at it and say, man, for future potentials, Will is phenomenal. He's fantastic. He would be the no-brainer right there, right? Now you can make your defense to an unbelievable level, right? But then you have to say to yourself, the philosophy on how the Cowboys approach this situation. They have Sam Williams. They have Michael Parsons. They have DeMarcus Lawrence, who they paying $26 million. He's going to be a $26 million cap hit this season, right? They got Dorrance, Armstrong, Dante Fowler, who both can say that both of those guys are bridge players. And when you draft someone in the first round, will they have the chance and the opportunity to play? Yes, they should start, not be rotational. So where do you go at that point? How many snaps did my guy Sam Williams had last year? And look at all of the talent that he brought to the table. He's a 4-4 guy, right? Fast, quick, burning off on the side there. A lot of people punched the air. I can't stand the pick. You could have got him in the third. A lot of people didn't like Sam Williams here. A lot of people just look at the draft analysis and look at what they said before he was drafted. Look at how they looked at this dude and said that he would not be X, Y, and Z. And y'all know, even with my Mississippi boys, y'all know how I go with my Mississippi guys. But we have to look at the complete picture before we dissect these guys. That's just how it is.
It's the Rich Eisen Show every single day.
Him saying is great.
Did my audio go out? Yeah, it went out. All right, so let me know if y'all can still hear me. Let me know if y'all can still hear me now. That's Darnell right there. Mike, listen to Mayor exact. Let me just even go right here. Oh, wrong one here. Boom. Can't stop a tech with no K, baby. Yeah, you can hear me. I'm back. Appreciate y'all. All right, so it's popping in and out. But, hey, appreciate y'all, man, so much. All right, so with that being said, let's do a mock situation and scenario for ourselves. And let's see what we come up with from the Cowboys' perspectives. And we all love this around the time of year that when we look at mock drafts and we look at things and we say, man, where the Cowboys really picking at, Law? How do you feel about this guy, Law? What about Mingo, Law? How will he fit right into your system here? How will this guy sound, Riggs? That sound, that's what it was, man. Get that sound up out of here, baby. All right, let me set up my mock draft board right quick. Y'all bear with me right quick. Y'all all right? Let's do a 4-7. Get out the way, Mingo. Get out of the way. Move. Get out the way. All right, so good. Let's go with it. We got the Cowboy. We're going to go to 4-7. Let's rock and roll with it. Bam. Enter the draft. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go with it. Yeah, I need to slow that thing down a little bit. All right, now. Y'all see what the Gila Monsters done did to me, man. Y'all seen what they done did to me, man. They done did it to me again. They done did it to me, man. They done hurt me. They did. Y'all see that right there, man. I can't make this stuff up, man. But Law, you just said, man, if he's a BPA, if he's the best player on the board, man, you got to go grab him, man. But I'm going to do what I'm going to do, man. So, I love y'all, man. But I'm going with Deontay Banks, baby. Riggs. All right, man, Law, you ain't staying true, man. You ain't staying true, baby. You know, all right, so I got my DB up out of the paint. You know what I'm saying? All right, you can always start over. Yeah, you hear this, Gila Monsters. All right, so I passed up on, I didn't even look. Matter of fact, let me start over, man. Let me start over because I got this thing too fast, bro. I do. Let's start all the way over. Y'all okay? Let's start over, man. Let's start over, man. We're gonna slow it down. We're gonna do a real slow draft. We're gonna start over, man. We go 7 round. All right. Let's go, man. Y'all said, Law, you ain't crap, man. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, wait a minute. That's too slow. No, I didn't hit start. Here we go. All right. Bryce Young is gone. Weatherspoon is gone. Richardson is gone. Will's gone. Gonzalez. Skoronski gone. Oh, Eagles and we got Paris Johnson. See, I'm going slow on purpose. I'm going slow on purpose with it. Slow motion with it. Ooh, I like it like that. They working that draft. Want you slow motion with it. All right, so Michael Mayer went to the Giants. All right. So here's my situation right here. Let me see if I can make it. We got Brian Branch. I like his tape. I like his skill set. We got Deontay Banks. We like what he brings to the table. We got Anton Harrison. I really like Anton Harrison. You got Emmanuel Forbes. You got Will McDonald, Osiris Torrance, Dewan Jones. We're going to draft the way the Cowboys drafting. And with that being said, who's our best running back right now? Let's look at this. Best running back right now is my guy, Jahmyr Gibbs. We got Willie McDonald. You know what I'm saying? Okay, not Ronald, but we got Will. I need to know right now how you guys feeling. Now, Gibbs, not in the first round. We want Gibbs. Oh, my goodness. Let's go and grab Gibbs because y'all over here, you guys are over here saying, basically, that's who y'all want. And roll tide. You know, I'm going to tell y'all right now, man, you look like I said Law being biased over here, man. All right, good. You know, put it like this. All right, hold on. Hold on, let me say this right quick. Let me pull this around right quick. If let's say, for example, you draft Will McDonald. How many snaps do you believe he's going to get? How many times you would see that brother out there on the field? When we just saw Sam Williams, Barely got a spoonful of reps. You mean to tell me a raw guy is going to be picked in the 26th spot, is going to all of a sudden pass up D-Law, pass up Sam Williams, pass up, man, my goodness, Parsons on the edge. Oh, I don't see that, y'all. I know how this dude. Now, he's a specialized weapon, but we can go back in the second or third round and get somebody else. Or I can tell you, he said go DT. I'm going with what I know for sure, that the Cowboys are going to utilize a split back situation and don't have to worry about how many touches and these sorts of things because they're going to be split. Pollard, Gibbs, Malik Davis, Rojo. I love that particular situation because think about it. In 2016, we had 6 running backs out there. Now let's go. Let's get it, baby. Let's go. The Cowboys select Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs going to hit that hole. Let's go. Let's go. Josh Down gone. Bergeron is gone. Tipman gone. Okay, Trenton Simpson is gone. And on the clock, Antonio Johnson just left. Okay, all right. So the Cowboys are back on the clock with the second pick. Let's see if I can go grab my offensive lineman from here. Let's see who's all out here. We got interior, we got Luke Whippler, we got Zavala right there. I like that situation for us. Let me get out of here. Let me go to our tackles. Let's see what we can do from here. And boom, here we go. You got Tyler Steen is there. I really like his tape. Blake Freeland. Let's see who's our BPA. We got Sam Laporter, Tyreek Stevenson, Nathaniel Dale, DJ Turner. Charbonnet is right there. Charbonnet is right there. We could have went with Charbonnet. Yeah, I feel y'all with that. And they've been talking about tight end. I think you can get Zavala in the third, but let's go with Sam. Yeah, they got another Sam. Let's go. Let's get it. A-Chain. Oh, A-Chain going to the Chiefs. They're just the rich getting richer, right? Tyreek Stevenson, he's going to the Raiders. On the clock, Darius Rush, he goes to the Patriots. Tyler Scott, he's going to the Bucks. Overshawn, he's going to the Dolphins. It's moving along pretty well. And now we're on the clock. I got Corey. See, I told you Zavala would be right here. This would be a good pickup, a steal for us right now at 90. Let's see if we can go with the. Let's see who got the best quarterback right now. There's Tanner McKee. That's my guy right here. DTR. Y'all pay attention to DTR coming out of this draft, man. I know a lot of people like, nah, law. Our wide receivers, you got Wilson, A.T. Perry, Jaden Reed, Butte, Trey Palmer. I like him. I'm going with Zavala here, but I'm just looking to see who else will be available, like the running back. Okay, let me get this up out of here. Oh, let's go. Stop the run. You can go DT. Let's go DT. Let's see what we got. Defensive interior, Kobe Turner. All right. Brian Young. Jared Clark would be another guy that I kind of penciled in. But I can't let Zavala pass up on me from right here, y'all. I do like Corey Trice, but at this point, man, let's go with this right here. I wanted to wait one more round, but I can't. Got my outside taken care of. Come on. LB is right here. Got to get me a linebacker from right here. Come on. Appreciate you, Noel. Thank you, Lost in Translation. McBride gone to the Green Bay. Zach Evans gone to the Jags. Hutchinson, he's really good too. All right. Where my linebacker at? See who my best linebacker here. All right. Ivan Pace or Dorian Williams. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. All right, so with this being said, we got Kobe Turner, he's DN, and Walker, Jalen J. Deuce Vaughn, baby. All right, so let's go with, I got to go with my guy Williams right here. Let's go with Williams. Boom. We rolling, baby. All right, we got some more people just rolling it out. Christopher Smith, he's gone. Charlie Jones, catch everything, man. He goes to the Raiders, man. I just passed up on Izzy. He's one of the guys that I kind of like coming out of this draft or what have you. On the clock right now, Parker Washington going to the Vikings. Sean Tucker, Niner guy. I like Anthony Johnson. He's the BPA. Fihoko is the second BPA according to PFF board. So let's go. Best quarterback right here. This is a 5th round draft pick. And I'm telling you guys, I like Clayton Tune. But I'm going to have to roll with DTR, man, in the 5th. Y'all going to hate me for this, but y'all going to thank me later, though. You know what I'm saying? He said, let me see. He said defensive tackle. I think that, let me see where my DT at. Where my DT's at? Interior defensive guy. Do I want to pass up on Jared Clark right now? Man, I'm going to go with my gut, man. I'm going with my gut right now. I'm going with my gut, y'all. Y'all, look him up, man. DTR, baby. DTR. Let's go. We are now in the 6th round. And I see a lot of people, we use a lot of PFFs. So what I want to do now is we're going to use other mock draft simulators and see how they work. Because PFF kind of got some of the same similar thought tracks, but we want to try another mock draft simulator after this one. But how you guys feeling so far? We got running back. We need a wide receiver now, though. We need another wide receiver at this point. And let's see who can be a situation for us. Cropper, hey, sneaky good. Man, I see Dante right there. I see Ronnie Bell right there. Let's go. Ooh, Jason Taylor, I see you, fam. Yeah, Ronnie Bell is pretty good. Let me see who we can go grab right here. Elijah Higgins. Go right here. Who's the BPA right now? You also have Jason Taylor the second. You got Clayton Tune right there. Trey Dean. This will be. Let me tell y'all something about Trey Dean. He would flat out be if you're looking for a safety to fit right in within the confines of the system that we're going to run, that fit right on in with what we're trying to do with our particular sides of the defense. This Trey Dean will fit right on in, man. Y'all look up Trey Dean the third, man. He will fit right into what we do over here. I believe that the guys would really love his tape, man, if they pretty much paying attention to it. But I did say we're going to go grab a wide receiver right now, and I'm going to go grab Ronnie Bell right now. Dan Quinn will really love him. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. I do like Draft Simulator. The NFL mock draft simulator. Yeah, it's pretty good. Trey Dean is really good, man. I really like his tape. I ain't bull jabbing you. No, I'm not at all. All right, so this is our final pick, right? This is our last pick. This is our last pick. Let's make it special. Double dipping O-line for your mind. Let me see what we got here. I got you. All of these guys. I see Mac Forniak better than all of those guys. Appreciate you. We in the deep end over here, y'all. Let me just get a big guy, man, and just hope for the best. Let's get a big defensive tackle. I'm pushing big body. Can't stop me for the 9-8. Got to sell 1 million copies. Let me see how big this dude is, man. This 290. I'm going measurables right here. I'm going measurables. I'm just going, I don't know who. How in the world you be an interior guy? Let me see. All right. I looked up DJ Dale tape. What he still doing there, man? Yes, indeed. Classic Cowboys. DJ Dale, baby, roll tide. 6'1", 302. I wish they showed not here. Okay, Trends not here. Yeah, he's falling down the ladder right here. 18% chance that he's going to get drafted by the Cowboys. 12%, okay. DJ Dale is good, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something by showing you something, man. Let me see if I can do this. Cause I don't have the tape right now, but let me see if I can do this. Y'all can see that good. I bet you he got more tackles for loss, and I think he got more sacks than Mozzie. Where's it reference? Boom. And I don't like to do these days, but hey, y'all know how it goes. All right, so he's 6'3", 307. He had 5.5 sacks, 10.5 tackles for loss, total 273 total tackles, 40. Let me know, and I think let me know if it's his sacks and his numbers and everything else for Roll Tide is better than Mozzie. Let me know, man. He 10.5 tackles for loss. 5.5. Now let me see. This is a great value. You know what I'm saying? Let me take in Mozzie, you know. Let me type in Mozzie. And I'm just messing with y'all right now. Because y'all know this is what I'm going to do if we end up drafting him. All right, let me see. Pro reference. Where reference? There we go. Boom. Here we go. Y'all bear with me. He got a 0.5, you know what I'm saying? He got 0.5 sacks. So let me say, if he couldn't do it on that level, what he gonna do on the next level? You know what I'm saying? His tackles for loss is 6. I want you to get back in the backfield, man. In 3 seasons, you only had 6 tackles for loss, man. You know, and he had a 0.5 sacks. You know what you doing over there in Michigan? What kind of football do they play in Michigan, man? What's going on over there, man? Can somebody tell me what's going on? You know, hey. He 2-gap DJ Dale 2-gap, man. Come on, man. What's going on, man? Where's the day, man, with the 244th pick, the Dallas Cowboys pick. Roll Tide, baby. I'm messing with y'all, man. Y'all know I'm just messing with y'all. Don't be in your feelings, man. I'm just messing with y'all, man. Shout out to him, man. The power of the media. Somebody said the power of the media. I mean, they gave me, they boo-booed on my grave, man, with Gibbs. That's okay. Oh, man. Okay, they appreciate my Sam Laporta. Zavala, okay, they gave me a B+. My guy Dorian Williams, they gave me an A+ on that. Hey, they actually gave me a good grade with Dorian Thompson Robinson. And, hey, B+, man. Hey, shout out to the B+ people out there, man. Y'all grade this draft for me, man. Let me see if I can screen grab this one. Y'all bear with me. Boom. They cheated me on this one though. That's okay. B+ is an A-. All right, man. Look.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for
the hotline for your mind, man. Brought to you by Power Hands, and I'm so proud of Power Hands to reach out to me to be partner with me during this draft time, and we'll be giving away some unbelievable gifts as well as their products this draft season. So I will have more and more details. Be sure to hit me up, man, during the draft day, and we'll give out some more and more details about what all you guys can get from Power Hands. But there will be some more and more details. He's one of the people that's partnered with me, and I can't wait to showcase all of the things that we're going to have for this 2023 season. But what I want to do now is pick your brain. You know what I'm saying? What's on your heart, soul, and sinew? Let's get it. The phone line for your mind is open.
There are 3 participants in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
All participants are off hold.
Let's go.
Please announce yourself.
Law to the nation. That's myself. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got my guy from the 214. You're live. 214. 469 Chris 214. What's good, man? What's good with you, man?
Hey, man, I'm just at work. I'm watching this premium content, man, that you keep pumping out every day.
Man,
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. I thank you, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Yes, sir. But I'm ready for this draft, man. I feel like we've been up and down, right, from side to side about who we gonna get, man. We analyze everybody. I'm just ready to get to it, man. Got 2 days. Where are we gonna go? I don't know, man. I just you really made a good point saying you know, with the team that we have now, if we were right, that's at least that's 10 wins.
I mean, yeah, at face value for what we got already, we can at least win 10 of them. Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, we can at least win 10 of them, man. You know. Yeah.
10.
Mm-hmm.
10. So, where are we going to go? I don't know, man. But I feel like this is one of the most interesting drafts because of what we've done in the off season. We got a Gilmore, we got a Cook, so it's like, okay, well, they finally making some action.
Right.
So it's like, okay, well, where are we gonna go? So I feel like this aspect of the unknown.
Yep.
I feel like that's what makes this draft a little special. But that's all I had, man.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I hope all is well with you, man. Continue to do your thing at work, man. I appreciate you for calling in, Chief.
Sir.
Good call from him, man. I got my guy, man, from the 214, Darius, man. You live.
Yo, so Law, I got a question. So now with the Johnny Manziel thing, So number one with Johnny Manziel thing.
Right.
Now when you watch his film, I'm trying to figure out like with these players that ball out in college, and then their balling out doesn't translate over to the NFL. I'm like, damn, because like the only thing you got to go off of is the film.
Right.
So like when you get them on the NFL team and it don't translate, I'm like, bruh, what the hell happened? Because by all accounts, due to the film, watch the film, Johnny Manziel should have been Pat Mahomes. Like, what is your theory when that type of thing happens?
I mean, the paradox, man, just like the Flashpoint. Johnny Manziel and what's that dude name? Big Red System. What's that coach name in Kansas City Chiefs? Andy Reid. Johnny Manziel and Andy Reid system, sure, he may be the Pat Mahomes type, right? But Johnny Manziel going to Cleveland, there's not a known quarterback that went to Cleveland to be successful, right? Tim Couch, y'all remember him? He went to Cleveland, So, Brandon Weeden, he went to Cleveland, man. Yeah. So I think Cleveland, like I really want Deshaun Watson to do good, right? But just something to do with that area. And I know people can say, well, people said the same thing about Cincinnati. But that's not all the way accurate. Cincinnati at least had some runs. It's just that they couldn't get over the 8-8 hump with that particular coaching staff that was there.
Yeah.
So it was, and then, Chad Johnson was finessing, man. Chad Johnson was looking good over there in Cincinnati.
That's my dog, man. I love that,
Chad. And then, so even using Chad for an example, if he were to go to a whole nother team, and there's one guy that I can hear the pain in his voice when he be on podcasts and stuff talking, is he just never had that QB. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's just one of those things, man. Just the unknown.
My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
No. I'm just going to close with saying it's just the unknown. It's just depending on the system you go to and how they are developed. So that's why I tell people, tread lightly. I know that Tony Romo could have been a better quarterback than what he was, but we had Jason Garrett for a majority of his career. I know that even Dak Prescott could have been even better than what he was, but we had Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett can't even find a coaching job, man. You know what I'm saying now? He can't.
For good reasons. Trash ass.
Right. So, I mean, you got to put everything within reasons.
But no, so that was the first thing. That's a good theory, too. The other thing I wanted to say was, with us being like Cowboy fans, it's the gift and the curse, because at least when we turn on our phone, turn on our TV, any media-wise, we're going to get some type of topic on the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. That's the gift.
That's the gift.
So like that, like I can, for my whole life, that's how it's always been. That my team, I was just born into this. I didn't ask for it. I was just born into this. Just my team just so happened to be I always get Cowboys content in the media perspective. Imagine being a Titans fan.
Wow.
Imagine being a freaking Raiders fan.
Man.
A Raider fan. You won't never. All you hear is Cowboys. Now, it's not to say that other teams don't get talked about, because I can give you clips about Cowherd going in on the Broncos. He go in on everybody gets smoked. You know what I'm saying, on Colin Cowherd show. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of media outlets that talk about a lot of other teams other than the Cowboys. But I'm saying with the Cowboys, it's a gift and it's a curse.
Yeah.
You just got to appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely do. And as long as, like, Colin Cowherd, he's picky. Like, as long as you on his side, he going to roll with you. You know what I'm saying? But you deny his interview, all of a sudden, he can't stand you. You know what I'm saying? Like the Baker Mayfield, him in that fight and all of that, So just go back.
He never liked Baker.
He never liked Baker.
He never.
And he never liked my brother team quarterback. What's that brother name?
Jimmy Garoppolo?
No, not Jimmy. The young kid, Trent.
Trey Lance?
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance? Yeah.
And there's a reason why. Trey Lance dated his daughter. But, that's the reason why.
I forgot about that part.
But all you got to do is watch Colin Cowherd the day he interviewed Dak Prescott and leading up to that week. Whole change of tune and narrative. He was talking about how good and how great he was. But the moment he didn't get a chance to go to that stage to interview him, that's when he started turning on him. Colin Cowherd be doing it.
I'm gonna give you a little pushback on that. Now, Russell Wilson, he interviewed Russ a hell of times. He on Russ ass right now.
He's on Russ. He's on Russ. Yeah, he's definitely on it. For right now. And Russell, I don't think he can never get out of it until he proves himself. But to be fair to Russell, to be fair to him, he had lost one of his mentors that got his mindset together. It's like the mentor, I forgot his name. I don't have enough time to bring it to Google it and everything. But he was really his mentality mentor, a football mentor. And he lost him last year, and I didn't even know that. So Russell was going through depression. And then, that Sierra husband. You know what I'm saying? That's all we know him as too. So it's a lot of stuff that was going on with Russell mentally. But the people won't bring that up if they're not close to the situation there. So I'll give Russell one more year. Now the thing is with Aaron Rodgers, people still giving him for what he did, grace and mercy for what he did in 2010, right?
Choker. But I ain't gonna get on that.
Yeah, I ain't get on that. But the other thing is with Aaron Rodgers too. Remember, they took his psychedelics away. Psychedelic Aaron Rodgers back-to-back MVP. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else, he would have had to been suspended for a couple of games. But they said, man, it's psychedelics, man. He can take it, But psychedelics Aaron Rodgers back-to-back MVPs, man. Shoot. Hey, if Aaron Rodgers can go to the Jets and get his psychedelics, man, he'd be another MVP.
Super Bowl of bust too, by the way. The Jets are Super Bowl of bust. Everybody calling now. I'm saying it right now. Jets are Super Bowl of bust.
They are. They saying it.
You know right now.
Okay, good. We're gonna see. We're gonna hold their feet to the fire if they not.
My last thing, because I know I got to get out of here. I know you about to keep me out. My last thing is I'm trying to put in my bid for Quentin Johnston, because I know on the Jan app y'all was talking about pick do your picks. Mine is Quentin Johnston. How can I put that in? How can I put my bid in for that? I'm saying they're going to get Quentin Johnston.
Far as who we going to draft with the you doing it now. You doing it audibly now, but go text me. Not text me, but go to my Twitter. Are you on Twitter?
Yeah, I got it.
DM me and say, man, I said Quentin Johnston, and then if it fool around with the 26th pick, then we'll put that information out. You know what I'm saying? We'll put your name in the drawing if it's multiple guys. But, yeah, Quentin Johnston, I got you, fam. Just DM me and then remind me if it's beyond that date and we fool around and drafted Quentin Johnston, And then I can see you rocking the helmet. I can see you rocking the helmet. Yeah. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, that's the best. All love.
That's Darius, man. Round of applause. Yeah. We was live on the Jan app. And to be entered into that drawing, you have to first and foremost download the Jan app, right? Screenshot that you download the Jan app and put in the pick that you believe that the Cowboys will draft with the 26th pick. And then what we would do is put your name if it's like 5 of y'all that hit Quentin Johnston or what have you. And then you can't be multiple entries. There's only one download and one pick. You can't sit there and use all 25 people. You know what I'm saying? Top 5 or what have you. So let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let me get another person in here. And let me see if I can get that right here before I get this person in here. Boom. There we go. All right, Sadiq, it should be done now. All right, let me know if it's done. All right, I got my guy from the 815, Ross. You're live.
What's up, Loud man? I'm driving. I hate this, so I know I'm probably gonna go in and out.
No doubt,
man. I love the show. I hate that I've been missing it, but I'm back. So if I go
good.
out, I wanted to say that first.
No doubt, man.
I like your mock draft. I'm gonna say this though. The quarterback from UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he about to steal Dak's job, but if you check the tape, tape, and I definitely have watched this guy, he was the best player on the field more times than not. And the UCLA team did not have that much talent at all. This dude is, to me, a premier player, but he was around a lot of deficient. A lot of the players around him was deficient.
Yeah.
He can play if you give him time. Not saying he about to contend for a starting job. That's not what I'm saying. Sam Williams. I don't know. I got a name that I want to say, but I know how y'all like to get.
But hold on. Let me just throw this out there right quick. In DTR's career, he throws 145.6 passer rating, 88 touchdowns to 36 interceptions. Average on the ball in the air is 8 yards per throw, right? Last season, he had 3,169 yards. His passing completion percentage went up every year. He's 69.6 every year. The dude got some wheels, man. He's a good thrower of the ball. I think his father was a coach, so I do like that situation. He was like a 6-year starter though. You're 6 year, not 6 year starter, but 6 year, 5 year player though, 5 year player. But I do like his upside. Yeah, I do like his upside, man. In the right system, man, DTR will be able to eat, man. I'm telling y'all, man, that dude nasty with it, man. Yeah. Yeah.
And man, I want to get to my Sam Williams thing.
Go ahead, go to Sam Williams. But DTR is my pet cat, man. But go ahead.
Yeah, I believe in him, Law. Is what I'm trying to tell you. I believe in him. But Sam Williams, I think it's time for him to be a starter. I think that draft pick last year is a pick that we all gonna sit back and say, thank God we drafted him. Sam Williams is a dog, and it's time for me for him to be a starter.
Oh yeah, I mean Sam Williams, man, he should be that guy, Brandon. I appreciate you for calling in, fam. Much respect to you.
Shout out to you, Law Nation, man. How about them Cowboys?
How about him, man? Shout out to my guy, man, Brandon. All right, so good. I got from the 904. You're live. 904. Let me say it correctly. 904. You're live.
Yo.
Okay. You ain't like 4, but you like 4. Talk to me, man.
What's going on? You supposed to brought the 904 in on 5, man. We on 5 over here, man. We got a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans down in Jacksonville, Florida, man.
Oh, okay. Well, what you got for it, man? What you got for us, man?
Okay. Yeah, your draft B+. Yeah, I like that. I like that. But like I say, I believe all wars are started in the trenches, man. I like D-line and O-line first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I like that kid out of Ohio State. That bit the Hulk they got over there, 6'8", 400 pounds, DeJuan Jones.
DeJuan Jones. Oh my God.
Him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should shift the O-line around first, man. Build that strength, solidify the D-line, and then start working our way to the running backs, the wide receivers, linebackers, and cornerbacks, man. I think we solid everywhere else, man. But I like D-line and O-line first 2 rounds, man. Go ahead and start the wars up, strengthen up that O-line, D-line, man, and let's get this ball rolling.
Man, no doubt, man. I got no pushback on that. I pretty much like the interior play too. I think the Cowboys may go offensive lineman, but let's not sleep on the fact that the Cowboys also like to be the smartest person in the room. They may look at Josh Ball and say, hey, he's our next version of Terrence Steele. They high on one of these guys. I don't know who it may be, but they high on one of these guys. It could be Matt Lesko. It could be, Matt Forniak. But that's just how the Cowboys roll. They love their guys. And we'll see, though. And it ain't nothing like going drafting a DeJuan Jones or Darnell White. I wouldn't mind at all, man. But I appreciate you for calling in. I put some fire in the chat for him, man. Let's go. Put some fire in the chat for my guy, man. All right, good call from him. I got My guy, MJ from the 206. You in the mix.
What up, Log? How you doing, brother?
All is well, man. Can't complain. Ready for this draft to get all the way out.
Yeah. So, Log, I got a killer mock draft. I'm going to give it to you real quick. 2 of them. Okay. But mine killed yours. Now, if it happened like this, you're going to be like, wow.
Wow.
So, my first pick was Michael Myers. We was at the 26th. We moved back. We took the trade with New Orleans. They moved up to our spot. We took 29. We picked Michael Myers, plug and play 5 years with him and all other 2 tight ends. We ain't got to never drop tight ends no more. Guess what the second pick was? Drew Sanders, linebacker out of Arkansas.
The White Lion. You know, I love it, man. Lion. Break him down.
Guess what the third pick?
No. Give me some analysis. Give me some analysis, man. You ain't gonna just pay to pick and move. You got to give me some analysis on all that stuff you giving, man. Go ahead.
All right. Drew Sanders a beast. He know how to cover. He know how to fill the lanes like you like it. And then you put him with the other boy, and then you gonna save our number 11, the King. You gonna save his leg for all the year. Now you can play him a linebacker. You can play him at end. He get to sit on the sideline for some plays, and the man will stay fresh all through the year.
Yes, indeed.
We got 33 and 14, and we got number 52. So number 11, if you get Drew Sanders, you just save our number 11 from being wore out.
No doubt, man. Now move on to the next one, man. Who you got on the next one?
Then you're gonna be shocked. We got Kenan Benton.
Okay. Okay. You got my guy, Keanu. Okay, Benton.
Yeah,
okay,
Keanu.
I like you.
And then the pick of the year, Cowboy fans, I want y'all to write this down. This is the pick they're gonna get y'all with. You might have to give him a second. But Clendon Curtis, old guard from Chattanooga, 6'6", 330. He's just like our boy that we drafted last year. He a guard and he a beast. Ask all your boys tonight when y'all talk.
Okay.
Ask McClendon Curtis, 6'6", 330, and he destroyed. He played in the Senior Bowl, and he was a beast.
No doubt. Who you got next, man? Who you got next out of that?
Roshan Johnson, Texas
I like
running back.
Okay, all right.
And then the next one, Yaya Diaby. Louisville.
Yeah, I like his tape too. Yaya getting around that thing, man. Yeah.
And then we wanted a quarterback. All our quarterbacks that I like was gone, but I got a Spurs national champion, Stetson Benton, Georgia quarterback.
Georgia, okay, 6 foot guy. Okay, yeah. Let's go.
Another D tackle just for the steal, Broderick Morton.
Okay, Broderick. Okay, I only saw highlights of him. Yeah, but keep going.
So that was the first drop. So I'm just gonna run through this real quick for the last one that I did again. Now on this last one, it was a killer. We couldn't believe in our own eyes, and we ran up to the podium real quick. We didn't even wait 15 minutes. We just the first pick because we moved back. And Nolan Smith dropped to us at 29.
No
and
doubt,
then
man.
Your boy Mozzie, 58.
Mozzie is a whole lot better at 58 than 26 in my opinion, man. I appreciate this one, man. All right, man, I gotta let you go though, man. We got a lot of people, man, lying long in the shack.
All right, family.
But appreciate you.
Hey, when y'all coming on today?
Yeah, we coming on today, but me and JC Network, we should be live at 5:30 Cowboys time, Texas time. So I'm gonna go live again at 5:30, man. I appreciate you though.
All right, family.
Salute, man. And me, West Coast, I think we go live tomorrow on Wednesday. Me, West Coast, Lord Brunson, and Henny, the liquor store, So we're going to try to do it that way, man. Let's go. Let's lock it up, y'all. So we get everybody.
The conference has been locked.
So we get everybody in here, man. 347, you're live, fam. You're live.
Hello?
Yes, you're live. Talk to me.
How you doing? This is Alonzo from New York.
Yeah, Zoe, man, what's good with you, Zoe, man? Talk to me, man.
I got 2 questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is that talk about tight ends. I don't think we need a tight end in the first round. but there's a tight end, Latu from Alabama, and Mallory from Miami. And I haven't heard anybody talk about them.
I do like the developmental side of Latu, from Bama. I think that he'll come right on in. Here's the thing with all of the tight ends that we would, even if you pick up Luke or the Shoemaker kid, all of these guys were not asked to be tight end one. Jake Ferguson still will have his role, and then they'll put a little pressure under Peyton Hendershot that I think that he will embrace it. In my opinion, if the world was like different, right, and if he didn't get into that situation with DV, he probably would have been drafted before Jake Ferguson. And I'm talking about Peyton Hendershot, but go ahead.
And the second one is on my draft, best player available. I love this guy from Alabama. I know he's a secondary guy, but nobody talks about him. I know he might get picked already, but Branch. What if we got Branch?
You talking about Bama Branch?
Yes.
Yes. People don't like him. People don't like him, but I do. I think when I see a shades of Minka Fitzpatrick out of his gameplay, I think that somehow we are pretty much good at safeties, but what have you. But I think that he can play a little nickel in this particular scheme.
That's why I will put in the next year, since we got everybody on 1-year deals.
Right.
Maybe he'll get in.
Man, yeah.
And
and
that was my view on that, because whatchamacallit, he was always hurt, our nickel guy from Michigan.
Lou. Jay Lou, yeah.
Yeah.
Lou. Yeah.
Jordan and this guy, when I see him, he's always tackling everywhere.
Oh
on
yeah,
the field.
He's aggressive, man. He's very aggressive.
Yeah.
You can actually argue that he could be a poor man's, and I'm not going to put him in that category. You see what I'm going with it, right? He can be a poor man's honey badger. His style and technique of play. So I don't mind Branch at all, man.
Because he was popping up, and people say best player available, and this is when everybody's going, the tackles, guards. They were just, and I'm like, well, if I can't trade down and he's there, and I still got in my draft TCU Avila at 58.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's pretty good, But I just want to say I've been home for 2 months. New York, we don't have anything about Cowboys on TV. I got you on YouTube. I stay up till, since I'm home on the injury, I stay up till like 4 in the morning watching y'all. And my wife was like, who are you watching this early in the morning all the time? And I'm like, because of the replays. But I finally got you on the phone. I can't believe it because I didn't know if this was live or not.
Hey, man, we live, man. I appreciate you, though. Woo.
And what? So you said you was coming on at 5 o'clock. What time could that be for New York?
You guys are an hour ahead of us, right? Or 2 hours?
Okay, something like that. Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna try to look in. And thanks a lot. And Cowboy Nation, I represented all in New York. It's kind of hard, but.
Let's go, man. Appreciate you, Zoe, man. Good call from him, man. Good call from him. Yeah. Look, the draft is always. Like Brian Browder said, the NFL is a strange lady, right? The draft is another strange lady. She's like the strange auntie to that strange lady. I wouldn't be mad if the Cowboys, with one of those picks, with the 58, not 58, but with the 90th pick, the Cowboys select J.L. Skinner. I look at J.L. Skinner and I look at J-Rock, and I'm looking at a guy that can do what J-Rock do, but cover, right? Come down and field. He will be the exact same thing that we're getting out of Jerron Kearse, but probably better. So the draft is always a strange lady. It is, man. All right, so let's roll with the next caller, man. I appreciate y'all. Noah B, man, you live, man. There's Noah Brown from the 469, man. How Texas treating you, man? What's good with you, my dog?
I'm with some Texans now, man. But I'm always been a Dallas Cowboy fan at heart, man.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, what's up with you, Law? How you doing, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing well, man. I can't complain.
That's good, man. It's always good to hear you say that because that just keep my day going. You know that you're doing good and knowing that we still gonna be able to get some quality content. You know what I'm saying? Day in and day out.
I'm gonna try, man.
First of all, we gotta make sure you healthy. You feel me?
No doubt, man. I really appreciate it, bro. For real.
All right, man. Check this out. Now, me personally, I think what the Cowboys gonna do. By the way, you had a good draft. With your mock draft, because after you took that running back, everything started to erase real quick.
Right.
But I think we're gonna double down, man. I think we're gonna double down on the offensive line, and the reason why I'm saying that because I'm looking at the competition in the league. A lot of people want these fancy, flashy looking players, and we're not known for that anyway. So I'm like, why not double down on that offensive line? That way, if they don't want to sign Terrence Steele to a long-term contract, that'll be money available to make sure we sign Trayvon Diggs and start working on what's that boy? What's my boy name? Number 11. I can't think of his name because I got too much information in my head right now. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but I feel you what you're saying, though. I feel the philosophy of what you're saying.
So I think the first 2 rounds we should go offensive tackle and then start adding like running backs.
Okay.
Defense.
Put it like this: Who was the best offensive lineman last year?
It was
you had Charles Cross, you had Neal, you had Trevor Penning.
Yeah, Trevor Penning. It was 5 of them.
5 of them. Who else?
Of course, Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith, Linderbaum. You had all of those boys, right?
Right.
So what I'm saying is that, with offensive linemen, we can bang on the table and say, yeah, man, we need these guys, or we would like to go get these guys who be for the future. But the Cowboys at this point, they're as much as we may be looking at it and banging on the table saying need, but we still got to evaluate. We still got to see what Matt Forniak can do. We still got to see what Matt Walesko can do. We still got to see what the word do with Josh Ball. They talking about sliding Terrence Steele inside, and the guy that we high on, right? Zion Johnson is another guy, and Kenyon Green. That's from Sam Jordan. Appreciate you. Right. We really high on Tyler Smith, and we said, hey, he did great things for us, right? But he still allowed 6 sacks last season. Right, so even as from a rookie aspect, coming in, we move 4 out of the 5 guys on our offensive line. Going offensive lineman in the first and the second round, that may be good for us from our thoughts, but they could be just like a Trevor Penning. They could be just like a Zion Johnson for people that's in the chat. They could be just like Charles Cross and whoever. It could take them a minute for those boys to get better or to even beat out who we already got. So it's futures pick. But go ahead, talk to me, man.
Can I ask you this? And we know this is a real probability. What if Smith get hurt?
Say again.
What if not Tyler, but the other Smith? What if he get hurt and then what's the name have a setback?
When I'm gonna say when Tyler Smith get hurt, right?
Tyler Smith get hurt. Your boy, that's doing good right now, and his rehabilitation have a setback.
It's gonna be either Matt Walesko, Josh Ball. They're gonna try to figure out those guys that they already have. Matt Forniak.
Did you hear what you said though? That's gonna be our offensive line.
That is exactly how the Cowboys be rolling, bro. I'm for real. I know it's not comfortable hearing, right? I know it's not comfortable hearing. But we can be high on Bergeron, right? Matt Bergeron, he comes in here and he can fold like a wallet. He can fold, those guys are still the unknown. I'm not saying you don't draft those guys. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that's what makes it all complicated. That's why it's so important. The team that just won the Super Bowl, don't you know what their first move was?
Yes, sir.
Offensive lineman. You know, they paid $80 million on that O-line to get it, make sure that they secure it. They didn't go into the thinking like, oh, let's go draft a guy to solidify their role. They went in free agency to protect their asset. That's $500 million. And they just won the Super Bowl. So what I'm saying is that you have to roll a certain way, because even if you think that a draft pick could solidify that, it's still the unknown. That's why it's known knowns versus known unknowns. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they went and grabbed somebody that they know for sure can keep their quarterback upright, and that's known commodities versus unknown.
All right, I just wanted your thoughts on that, because I just didn't want to come with the, the typical questions or the typical things everybody else talking about. I was just trying to throw a different, different wave out there, because this is a possibility. What if that happened, or could they possibly be thinking, thinking that way or whatnot? That's all.
No doubt, man. No, I appreciate you calling in, though.
All right, yeah, thank you, man, and good luck, man, and hopefully we draft great, man, and not for the prize pick, but for what we really need. Like you say, best player available, they can help either on the offense or the defense.
No doubt, man. Good call from him, man. Oh, my goodness, man. This is a good call from my guy Noah. And I see what he's saying. And my guy Sean Green right here, 2 rookies won't fix it or will not fix it. They will not. Now granted, we've seen teams go into the aspect with 2 rookies. I think Tampa Bay did it 1 year. Another year, somebody else went with 2 rookies on that O-line. But those things are hard to come by. They are. And they were able to get by with it, right? And what I'm saying is that it's harder to do that. The Bengals had 2 rookies. Yeah. I think Jonah Williams won up out of there, right? He won up out of there even though he's not a rookie. They moved him from left tackle to right side. You know what I'm saying? So it's difficult, man, when you start talking about O-line and will you have the patience. I'm going to flat out tell y'all, the fan base, depending on how that O-line is built, we don't have a lot of patience around here. So that's why I was saying that, hey, Cowboys, man, stop playing around with your food. Go ahead and give Terrence Steele that contract. Because, look, y'all didn't – look, even I was out a little bit on Terrence Steele. And I was like, come on, y'all. Come on, now it's Terrence Aluminum. He ought to change his last name. But it took him a minute. And then, shoot, as soon as he started turning that corner around, we was like, shoot, wait a minute. Hold on, Cowboys. The same could be said to someone else that we probably – and we got Chuma, right? Chuma Edoga. So it's a lot of things, a lot of unknowns, man. But I got my guy, man, Action Jackson, man, from the 945. You live.
Hello, what's going on with you, my guy?
Man, nothing much, Chief, man. Holla at me, man.
Yeah, that's just what you just hit. What you just said, the last line you just said about Chuma.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to hit on. Like, I really think that they, in their mind, they think they got a good line. You know what I mean? I think they really going to go for offense. I'm thinking they're going with that tight end, bro. I just feel like they Jason Witten in them, and he's marketable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He got the block chin. He got the block chin, the square shoulders. He looked like Jason Witten. Yeah,
and the way they were selling it, just. He's a good blocker. Stephen Jones he was just edging toward that way. I think they're going offense. I think it's going to either be the tight end. They don't want to pay a running back no first round money. So I don't even think they're going to get no running back in that first round.
Mm-hmm.
So I really think I think Gibbs and Bijan going to be gone.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
And I think they really prefer that, so they give them an excuse to get a second or third round running back. You know what I mean? That's what I think personally. You know what I'm saying? But and then DTR Thompson, man, he's the truth. I watched a lot of UCLA games.
Yeah,
that dude got something, man.
He got a little something, man, and drafting him in the 5th will make him hungry. He'll make that brother he have his belly touching his back. He be looking like one of them African, children feed the kids, man. He gonna be hungry for it, and you getting that on your roster, man. Put it like this: that's where the league is like pretty much going to. is the quarterback that's athletic enough to get out to the edge to run that can also kill you in the air with his arm.
He got wheels, brother. I'm talking. I don't see him hurdle. Like he hurtling. He doing all this, man. Go back and check his tape, bro. It's crazy. I watched the game where he done this in. You know. I'm watching the game live. I'm like, man, this boy got something. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's not a finished. He's still gonna have his warts. I think he do. He do stare down his wide receivers. He do get off of his read lates and all of that. But man, shoot, we seen look at Jalen Hurts, man. Look at what he was doing last year.
Man, I don't think even if he can't. I just want us to move on from Cooper Rush, man. I just need somebody backed up behind that I feel, I ain't trying to, put that in the air, but, if worse came to worse, we're going to need somebody to give us more than Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush, that was a fluke, man. I'm just going to keep it real. I feel like that was a fluke.
Man, why you going to do this, man? Now you already know. They were sleeping. They was out there sleeping good. You mentioned Rush. You mentioned Rush. Oh, man, they right now,
Hey, when you say singing with the butter knife, man, they ready.
Yes, indeed, man. I was having a good show. Now watch them get the Rush people, man.
Red Rifle. I'm sorry for mentioning y'all Red Rifle, but nah, man. Nah, he ain't the truth.
Shame. Shame.
Shame, man.
Shame.
I feel ready to move on from old Red Rifle, man.
Man, come on, man.
Hey, remember the Christmas story? You would shoot your eye out. Nah.
Yeah.
I'll put that rifle down, bro. But hey, this is all I want, bro. But hey, check me out though, Law. Check me out. Money is a problem, right?
Yeah.
Money is a problem. Money will make you resort to bad taxes like hustling and robbing. Money can make the weakest man strong and the strongest man weak. Money will make real Cowboys fans open their eyes about their sleep. Money can turn a sophisticated, intelligent girl into a freak. And if you got big and don't spend big, you consider cheap. Money can turn a thug to preach. And just when it seems like it's getting close, it's out of your reach. Again and again, I feel like I'm at the end, sitting thinking my money problems are over. That's when they begin. So broke, I can't grow a nail to scratch my back. But Uncle Sam ain't trying to hear that. It's a realization of the fact that everybody ain't got the dollars to get taxed. What some call a root to all evil, I call a root to all survival. For the love of presidents, everything else becomes irrelevant. Money can help you overcome all thoughts and feelings about stealing or killing. So don't be mistaken. Money is up for you for the taking. DC for life. Peace.
Man, my goodness, man. I'm gonna rewind that, man. I'm put some hero music on the back of that, dog. Watch you look, check it out, man, a little later on today, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Yes,
all
indeed,
right,
man. Yes, indeed. Money, money, Monday. Monday. That boy was spitting some bars over there. Y'all need to write that down, man. Hey, he's so broke he can't get a nail to scratch his own back. I love that. That Joker had some good stuff lying for your mind with that. Man, good grief. How y'all like that, man? That dude was on it, man. That's my guy right there, man. Action Jackson, man. Hey, you related to Andrew Jackson, man. You was talking about money over there. Y'all like great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. Twice removed, Jackson. Come on, man. Shoot. That's a good thing right there, man. I got my guy, man, Thomas Garrett, man. What's good with you? Come on, man. Put them weights down, man. Come on. You live, Thomas. From the 615. I mean, I think Thomas, he said, man, shoot, I can't come back after that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let me go let somebody else say it, man, from the 971. You're live.
What's happening, Law?
All is well, man. I can't complain.
Oh, getting ready for that draft, baby. Yeah, I've been going through my mock draft also, fam. And I've been looking at tacklers, hitters, you know what I'm saying? Bangers. I call them on my show bangers on my show.
Bangers, okay.
Bangers. I'm talking about coming up, hitting you, wrapping you up. Don't be diving at my feet. Don't be swifting on the tackle. Don't be lazy to the ball. I'm looking for Dallas to draft some bangers in the first round, or the second, or the third. So I'm looking at this linebacker. He got 100 and Henley from Washington.
Oh yeah, Henley. Oh, yeah. Diane. Yeah.
I've been doing research. Yeah, I've been doing research, and what you have to understand, everybody want offense first round, okay? That's cool. But in the second round, you're gonna get you a D tackle or a linebacker, or you're gonna get you a corner. And I've been doing my research on this guy here. Now on my show, on the Fusion JP show, y'all hit the subscribe button, y'all tune in. I want to also hook up with you one day, fam. But this boy here, Mr. from Washington, he got 106 tackles. He's my number one linebacker out of the whole linebacker group. Now I haven't went to he's a inside linebacker. He might be the inside.
Yeah. I mean, these linebackers is all about, man, what flavor of ice cream you like, Yeah. And they may can be able to do something.
Right?
Say again.
We lost the part, right?
I mean, I think Anthony Barr, he got the offer letter, but he might get an offer letter, but it depended on who we draft.
And so, and then that's done, Law. That's done.
Yeah, I know.
He got beat coverage. He looked real bad at San Francisco game. Looked real bad.
No, it looked terrible. And,
well, that too. / terrible / bad. Now I figure out in the second or third round they still need to go after linebacker. They still got that linebacker from who's that Cox? I guess still got him.
Yeah.
And that guy we talked about weeks back. He said you talked to him on the phone, and he said he got injured, right?
You talking about Harper?
Coming back.
Yeah,
he's
Harper.
coming back.
Yeah.
Now, what you have to understand is you know what a pre-existing injury is?
Yeah. I mean, pre-existing, it was a spot where you got hurt at.
Yeah, and it all could be, it's a reoccurring. And if you go back and if you get injured in that position again, in that area again, it could, the injury may be still there, but it's prolonging.
Right.
So if he could get if any of these players that we got now have a pre-existing injury again, can come back and get hurt again on some kind of weird play, then we're out, and then we're short on linebackers, and we may be in trouble in that area because that goes for Van Der Esch too, right?
Yeah. I give it what you said,
so
man.
JP. So you have to stay young in that area. If you don't, you're gonna be in trouble. Now we got in trouble in that playoff game against San Fran. We had we had no linebackers and D tackles, and they beat us all over the field in the stretch, going down the stretch. Is that correct?
I feel you. Go ahead, man. One more point. I want
to keep on long, but my mock draft, I want to say I'm on guard / I don't have a lot of players for pick, but guard / D tackle first round, cornerback / linebacker in the second, cornerback / D end in the third round. We have to work on the defense, bro. We have to, and or I may go quarterback in the third or the fourth round.
No doubt, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I love the philosophy.
You excited though?
Yeah, man. Hey, can't help but to be. You know what I'm saying? I love talking about tangible things, not the intangibles. I appreciate you, JP. Thank you.
Hey, I love you. Hey, grits and cornbread. Get grits and cornbread. Man.
Grits and cornbread. Put a little cheese in mine, man. Appreciate you, bro. Much love to you, man. Make mine Italian grits, man. Put a little cheese in mine, man. Yes, indeed, man. He already know Adams County is the best. See, I ain't let you get out your county today. All right, I got my guy, my dog, man, Lokes, man, from the 972.
Buenos tardes, Law Nation. ¿Cómo está, mi compadre?
¿Cómo estás?
Hey, so two quick things. I'll try and make it 2 quick minutes, and I'll be out of here because I know you got to go. So one thing that we should all look at, a Cowboys fan, is for the first round is who the Cowboys brought in their building in the 30, the 30 guys, right?
Yeah.
And so and if you look at the names, they did a good job of addressing most of, tight end, running backs, edge, so there's some pretty good names up in there. So whoever we pick, I just hope they can be a contributor right away or, come right there. And my second point is I do think we need a running back. And I'm not saying anything about Malik Davis or Ronald Jones, but I see them as running back pieces that can be great thirds, but just decent running back twos. And I feel we need a running back that can at least replicate what Tony can do and see what they do at the NFL level, right?
Right.
And I'll give you 3 running backs that can go later in the 2 to 4th rounds, and you can get great value, and you can use them as a weapon. And they show from what I've seen under the tape, they can run between the tackles and catchability in the backfield, and 2 of the names fit the Cowboys mold with physique, right?
Right.
So, and I'll make it quick. Number 1, Tank Bigsby. He's 6 feet from Auburn. He does run between tackles, can catch. I can see he can be a potential running back 1. Number 2, Chase Brown. He's 5'9" from Illinois. When he lacks in size, he's explosive in the tackles. One thing that does concern me is when he gets hit real hard, he does, get hurt. But man, when he's gone, Law.
Mm-hmm.
And my 3rd one is Tavion Thomas from Utah. He's 6 feet, 6'1". He can do exact, between the tackles,
Mm-hmm.
catch the ball, and if you can get those guys in this building as a running back 2, you got a weapon. And I'm not, and I'm saying this in hoping that I don't talk about these names because I really, really want Bijan to fall to 26 as a prayer. I know that ain't gonna happen, but hey, if Bijan and Gibbs ain't there, I think these guys are it, and you can get great value of those. But
no doubt,
you have J-Law, and you deserve all the blessings in the world, and you keep on grinding, man. Peace.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. That Lokes, man. Always with unbelievable insights, man. I love his thought track and how he put things together. He calls into all of our shows with his thoughts and his opinions of it, and always bringing the good stuff, man. And we need that, man. We do, man. 682, man. You live, nation.
What's up, boss?
Nothing to
I
it,
only
Chief.
got 3 things, and I'm gonna leave you alone. 'Cause I know you gotta go. Number 1, I feel like everybody who we have on our practice squad we already got a swing tackle that can play both sides, and that's my man Collins. I want to know your thoughts on that. Then lastly, I have 2 running backs. If we do not get a running back in the 1st round, number 1 running back from Georgia, Kenny. He can block. He's tough. He basically Ezekiel Elliott, but he's just not as fast. Number 2 is Deuce from Kansas State. The only problem is he's short,
yeah.
but he's shifty and he's fast and he's slippery. Those are 2 running backs I really want more than Bijan, to be honest with you.
Who's the other back that you were saying before Deuce Vaughn? Who was the other one? I didn't hear.
Kenny from Georgia.
Oh, McIntosh. Okay, McIntosh. Okay, yeah.
Those are only 2 running backs that I know will probably fall in the 3rd or 4th round. Because I know, honestly, I'm on a train that everybody's saying we need to draft defense in the 1st and 2nd round. And you have a fantastic day, Law. Also, one more thing. Oh, what time are you going live tomorrow?
Tomorrow. What's my schedule for tomorrow? Wednesday. I'm gonna shoot for like 1 o'clock, and then me and Ashley Baker. You know of her? Yeah. We still go at 7, 1 and 7 tomorrow. If I can swing it. Yeah. Yo, hold on. My bad. 1. Dang. 1 because me and West Coast. Yeah. 1. Yeah. 1 and 7. Yeah. 1 and 7. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have a fantastic day, man. God bless. Always think positive, man. You have a very positive impact in my life, man. I just wanted to let you know that, man. You got me out of some very dark times, man. I just wanted to say thank you. I truly, truly do want to say thank you a lot, man.
Man, I appreciate you, bro.
So you have a fantastic day. God bless, and I'll talk to you later, man.
No doubt, man. That's Nation, man. It's from the 682. What a nice name too to have. You know what I'm saying?
Goodbye.
Thomas Garrett, just call back tomorrow, man. If we open up the lines, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man, for tuning in for this. Oh, it's still there. Let me get this up off of it. You know, I was on this site right here going over some analysis. Yeah. All right, so pretty much so, man. We are all on the same thought. We all on the same page and wavelengths. I can't talk today. We all on the same page. Let me just get away from that word. That's what you do. You run away from the word. We on the same wavelength of the aspect of BPA. Let's not go out there and reach for a player, right? And let's make sure we get things together. I got a super chat from Ed. He says, CBR right. Appreciate you, Ed Strickland. And I'll make sure I get everybody on the Facebook side. Appreciate y'all. In the beginning. That word messed me up too, huh? All right. Andre Robinson says, build up the offensive line with a shifty one cut back in the third or the fourth round. Izzy Deuce, Kendre Miller. Man, let's go. Long, mix me down, man. I want to hear it, bro. Yes, indeed. I got you, bro. I got you, man. Especially just stay tuned. If it's under a minute, we'll put it on one of those reels, man, and I'll make sure we tag you. So, you know, appreciate you so much, man. Appreciate the nation, man, on all what y'all do, man, with liking and sharing this content. Hey, at the end of the day, the journey of 1,000 miles began with one step. And you just got to take that one step, and I'm glad that I'm able to help some of you guys out. As much as I help you, you help me. We going through some dark times. We go through some dark moments. But the sun light will shine again. As dark as it may seem and appear. Congratulate one another. Understand that, hey, this too shall pass. You know? But you know what? If you watch this show and you didn't hit that like button nor share this content, I got a message for you.
When you have favor, people may not try to kill you, but they will try to diminish you. They have a hard time respecting you when you got favor. It's like this. The best way I can describe it is, it's just hard for them to celebrate you.
It is.
That's the spirit of jealousy. The spirit of jealousy doesn't just want what you got. It's just hard to be happy for whatever you got.
There you go.
Just like if it's time to clap for you, their hands won't touch. It's just they can't make the clap sound. It's just they'll secretly look at your post, but they can't hit the like button. I just can't hit like. I can't hit the heart. I can't even repost it because I don't like you. Here's the thing you gotta understand: jealousy always ascends. It is actually twisted applause. It always ascends. You know, I ain't never been jealous of somebody that was doing worse than me.
Yeah.
People who are hating on you because they're looking up at you. You'll get that later on. Hate always rises. It rises from a little place. Yeah. And a little person will try to belittle the person they're looking up to. That's hate.
It is. Flat out the truth. And there are many of people that say, Lord, I'll rock with you. I will roll with you. You my homie. You my dog. And yet they scoff at you. They don't like your situation. They put you down. They talk about you when no one else is watching. You right? They say, I can't stand that joker. And then they go in and they create accounts. And they try to pull down the great name of Law Nation. But I come here to tell y'all that those people are my number one fans. Because they watch every god doggone page that I got over here. They watch every video. They don't hit the like button. They don't share it, but they watch it. And they listening. And made the convictions wrestle with their spirit. There's many of people that say they'll roll with you and rock with you, but at the end of the day, they don't. They far from that. And that's the reality of it. So the thing is, the higher you climb and the higher expectations are placed upon you and the more and more things you get, have you ever noticed that your circle gets smaller, right? The things that you used to trust, it was all cool. It was cool. When things were not working for you, right? They can show a little bit of help. They can lean out for favors. But when you are Scott Hot Rock, I'm talking about with all of the stuff. I'm talking about being so hot with your stuff that no matter what you say, can take a still picture and talk over it and get over 50,000 views because it's favor. Because there's something special about you that no matter how somebody try to replicate and duplicate or even try to do the exact same thing you do, when you're blessed with favor and you're blessed with the Lord's will and you're blessed with all of the good things that he put into you, woo, no man can stop it and no man can replicate it. You are just like a fingerprint, unique. If there's one thing a man should always do, and mainly to himself be true, never allow someone to change your point of view unless what it means makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turn hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, I'll roll with brother, rock with brother. The morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take a decent man to alter his heart to seek to rip him apart. Those men you should never call a friend, because they bend lies around the truth until it meets their end. I've been saying this since we had 7,000 subscribers. Before we even hit that like button, before we even shared this content. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it. Have I been saying that? To work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, or lose all terror of your mind for it, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famine, or fame, or sickness of your body can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty, you will get it. I know the ones that with me, that roll with me. I know the ones that said, yeah, man, congratulations, man. Man, you have did an unbelievable thing. And I know the ones who didn't even pick up the phone to say, hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Who even sent a text message and said, hey, man, congratulate you, man. All of this is just more fire to the fuel over here, because that's not going to stop for what the nation going to bring, baby. We already know when those things are true, and those who will say they will rock with you, they really will roll with you. You know what I mean? So that's just how it goes, baby. Damn. So if you see your circle getting smaller, I ask God, reveal to me my enemies.
Give me my theme music.
And he did. And that's why that table is small. You know, that's why that circle is small. Yes, indeed. The enemy is always within and close by. Let's go. Hell, Judas, he was a disciple. He was inside. Come on. Let's go.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately I just wanna run it.
Roll those credits, baby.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately I just just wanna run it up.
Hey, ho, come on.
Kinda check the song.
Lately I just wanna run it up. Y'all be sure to check out my dog, Boss Cowboys Sports. Draft God, appreciate him. Echoes, appreciate you. Brandy, shout out to you. Robinson, Edwin, Dallas Cowboy hard hitter. Let's go. To the game. Hey, Jay, Jim Laws, appreciate you. Come on. Who it lost? Hey. Come on. By loyalty.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf and I'm not feeling it.
Hey.
Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer.
Call it too legit.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I can take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count that. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. I just be off the dome.
Hey.
I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clothes. Yeah. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone.
I be on roll alone. Shout out to you, DC, for live, not for short, Texas. Let's go. Woo! Can't wait for this draft, man. Come on. Come on. Hey, let's go. All right, one more song before we get up out of here, man. One more song, baby.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Slow it down just a little bit. Come on. Hey, let's go. Come on. Where my light at, man? Where my light at? There we go. Move it all the way to the top, baby.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Yeah.
Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you.
And you.
For you. Ooh. Don't let the street lights
hit you. Let's go, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too?
I'll follow.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, player too.
And another one.
And another one.
Come on now, dog.
Seven wonders all in one. All in one. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
I want me some glory hole.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street
Are you embarrassed?
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. life. Then forever doesn't feel that far.
Are you not entertained?
So far. If a baby grain can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
I want me some glory hole.
No diz out. We up out. One love. DC for life. Not for short.